Hey guys, welcome back to this episode of Candid Convos, and thank you once again for joining us.
Yes.
We are still talking about self-care, of course.
Episode 3.
And we're back in our studio for this season. I'm so excited to be back here. I kind of missed it here.
Definitely. And we kind of changed up the vibe in here a little bit, turned down the lights, got our salt lamp going.
Set the mood.
Right.
It's kind of romantic.
Ooh.
I like it.
More intimate.
Yeah.
I think it's so fitting for self-care and everything we're focusing on right now. And it's even raining outside. So I feel like it's just all a whole vibe right now.
The mood is just definitely here. And I need a nap. I'm excited.
So let's get started. Who's going first?
Oh, I will.
Well.
So this season we have not done a bowl poll yet. So back to the bowl poll. We're just gonna mix it up and see what we get and what we're gonna talk about first. Let's see. Health and wellness.
Ooh,
Start.
so first 6 months of health and wellness this year.
Who, me?
You pulled.
Okay. The first 6 months, well, I cannot lie. I have not been in the gym like the way I was last year. Mm-hmm. Honestly, I feel because last year I was going hard. Like I wasn't in school. Yeah, but I think since being in school, I have not made working out my priority. I have not made eating clean my priority.
Yeah.
So I just feel like, not myself. I don't feel light. I feel like I need to detox and clean it up a little bit.
Yeah, so heavy, not literally with the weight, because I don't know if you get on the scale. I've kind of shied away from scales, but just feeling heavy. Part. Yeah, like heavy overall, like sluggish. Like I'm not.
I've lost my muscle tone. Like you stop working out, and then within like 2 weeks, it's like they like go away.
Yeah, deflate the muscles.
Yeah.
So that's where I am.
So how do you think that's like tying into your self-care?
Lack of self-care,
right?
Because working out is part of for me is like part of my self-care. It makes me feel good, and not doing it. Like I said, I feel sluggish. I don't feel like
yourself
on point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I always hate like people say, "Oh, we got a vacation coming up. I got to start working out. Oh, I got these plans. I got to start working out." And I don't like to do that. I like to be on it.
And there's like lifestyle.
Oh, we got summer coming up. It's summer bodies, and I'm just like,
summer about to
this
get
is what
this
it's
body.
it's gonna be,
right?
Yeah. But so just I need to get back into my routine.
Yes,
make me feel good again.
And what do you think is gonna change that? Because school's not going anywhere. So,
well, I'm almost done with school, so school is going somewhere. I think because my school right now is 5 days a week from 7 to like 2 in the afternoon, and then by the time I get out of school, come home.
Kids pick up from school.
And then go off to work. So I'm not fitting in my workout time.
Yeah.
But when school gets out, I will drop the kids off to summer camp, go to the gym, do it like we used to do, like work out in the morning, and then go on with my day. So that's what I need to get back to.
Yeah.
Yes, I feel you.
Yeah. I'm right there with you. Wait,
I'm about to say, how yours been going?
Bring me along with those morning workouts. So health and wellness has been like a roller coaster because I was 6 months pescatarian. It was going good. No meat, no cravings for meat. And that was from October to April of this month. And so that was fine. This year. What did I say?
This month.
Yeah, this year. So that aspect of it, eating clean and being conscious of what I'm putting into my body, definitely was going well. And then I got pregnant. So, and then I had an aversion to seafood where I couldn't eat, and that's all I was eating. On top of, maybe it was a little bit mental too, knowing that the high mercury levels is not good for pregnancy, and I knew that. So now knowing that my diet consisted of fish only and seafood, so that may have played a role in it too. So I slowly and surely, introduced meat back into my diet, and now I'm eating it all. Slapper pork, I have had some bacon here and there, but like no crazy like pork chops and all of that, no. Workout has just not been it. I just have not had the energy.
Right, I'm like, really, it's not worked out yet with this.
Yeah, like I did. I was working out in the beginning. Yeah, we were still going to the gym.
Okay.
Yeah, so very early on, before anybody knew that I was pregnant, except for us. I haven't been in the gym. I haven't had the motivation to go in the gym, the energy level, like just nothing about the gym is appealing.
Yeah.
And so I was hoping, by the second trimester, they say you start feeling like yourself again. So I'm like, second trimester, I'm going to kill it. And, here I am at my 4-month mark and still not feeling the gym, but I think I need to make it a part of my routine. And I think with my summer semester's coming to an end and I'll have a nice gap, and summer camp is a lot more lax than school routine. So hopefully this summer I'll be able to. Yeah, we are. Not hopefully. We will this summer get back to it.
Yes.
So.
Okay. So for me, when I think of health and wellness, I think of obviously working out in the gym and things like that, but I extend to like the rest of my body and how I'm feeling as well. So I think as far as the gym this year, I've had times where I've been really consistent.
Yeah.
I know whenever my period does come, it completely shuts shit down.
Yeah.
And I have no energy and no desire. You can't make me go. I'm like, no.
I'm not going.
But I think as far as health, I've been dealing with my ulcer coming back up.
Yeah.
And so I think that's one thing that sticks out in my mind as far as like health and wellness and just trying to keep that like under control. But whenever my period does come and I have like really painful cramps, I've become like immune to Tylenol. And Tylenol is what I'm recommended to take now that I have the stomach ulcer, because ibuprofen, Advil, things like that is what can lead to stomach bleeding and cause ulcers. So the one thing that works for me I can't take because it flares up the ulcer. So I'm just trying to figure out like how to get rid of the pain naturally. So I just turned to like CBD and trying to do that, which has helped a little bit, but I feel like it's not obviously the same. And since getting the IUD put in February earlier this year, it's definitely helped with my periods, because you guys know.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I'm like, wait, she's not like bawling.
Right.
Screaming.
And throwing up and waking up 5 o'clock in the morning with crazy cramps. So it definitely has helped, but now my periods are longer and I cramp longer. Yeah. So like I cramp either like 4 days to a week ahead of time. And these cramps this time is not just like that dull ache. It's just like, it feels like a knife that's been like sitting in fire or like coal. It's just quickly stabbed into like your uterus. And it just takes your breath away real quick. And it's just like, okay, like I can't breathe for 30 seconds or something.
That's a long time.
And then I can like slowly like, okay. And it'll go away and it won't happen again maybe for 30 minutes or 2 hours.
So it's like one like
So when my period is about a week out, then it'll be like maybe 30 minutes in between or an hour, whatever in between. But as it gets nearer to my period starting, then it's more frequent. So there's been times where I've timed it, like contractions, and it'll be like every 6 minutes or something like. And I'm driving. At this point, I was like driving to work, and I'm like timing it, and there's nothing I can do because I got to go to work. So I'm just like, and so you take medicine and just have to wait for it to slowly like die down, type of thing. So I feel like that's kind of been like the focus of my health and wellness. Yeah. I try to go to the gym when I can, but I feel like when I'm down type of thing. So.
But you've been getting it. You've been doing it a lot better than me.
I was say, out of the three of us, you've been killing the gym.
I've been trying.
I'd be like, oh, I'm gonna get up and go to the gym in the morning, and then I'll get on Instagram in the morning and see Bria's at the gym, and I'm like, oh.
I feel like after this week, because my period now has been on for 7 days. Usually it lasts about 10 days now.
Yeah. When I had my IUD, mine was about 10 days.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. So hopefully it'll be off soon. Next week I'll be back in the gym.
There you go.
So
all right. So maybe I'm
So you go in the morning and I'm in school. So and then after school, ain't nobody trying to go to the gym after school.
Yeah.
I'm a morning workout.
Yeah, I have to.
I feel like if it hits like 3-4 o'clock, like it's not happening. Yeah, it's definitely not happening.
Not at all.
Which I think is probably just a mind thing. But
but I think it also goes into like what time you get up in the morning, your energy level. Like naturally, I have more energy in the morning. Yeah. By 3 o'clock, I've been up since 6:30 because I got to get up, or 6:30 to 7 to get True ready for school. So I've been up. Like
and with you, it's not like you can just take like energy drink or take a pre-workout.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like,
right, no, I need this natural energy. So, yeah.
Right.
Health and wellness.
Health and wellness.
Yeah.
Next.
Yeah. Let's see. Spirituality and religion. So I would probably have to say I was a lot more into my spiritual journey last year. For these 6 months, I think I've practiced what I picked up last year, but I haven't been as active as I was. With just the research that I was doing and trying to teach myself, learn different things. But obviously I've been occupied as well. I've been sleepy a lot of this year. So I find that I do have a subscription box. And so I receive different...
tell us the name.
Okay, so I have a subscription box. It's called Lunarly. And it comes every month, and it comes with either gemstones or essential oils or plants. I've got a lot of plants from them. I love it. I actually got a book a couple months ago, all the gemstones, to do the research on it.
Ooh,
so
wow.
Really?
Yeah, I got to show you guys. So I have like all of these things that's coming to me monthly. So every month I'm looking into it, but I don't have the time to sit down and really delve into it. So once my time frees up, I have all of the resources that I need. But for the first 6 months, I don't think I've been on that spiritual journey, or maybe I have, and it just doesn't look like it did last year. Yeah. So, but even with like journaling, I just journaled again for the first time since early April. And when I sat down, I was like, wow, like it's really been this long. Like I had so much to catch up, and I would go and I wrote like 5-6 pages, and I'm just like, okay, now my hand hurts. So
I haven't that happen.
Yeah,
I'm like, I gotta keep up with that.
I know.
But I'm really like, girl, let me just catch up on like all that's happened. And so I do miss it, but I'm just taking it as it goes.
Yeah.
You know, I'm saging when I can. I just saged to get in my car last weekend for the first time. We were going to the beach. And I had gotten worked up prior. And so I was like, I saged in the car, and I was just like, I miss it. Like, like the things that I used to do when I feel like life is just so hectic, and you just keep moving, and then you don't even realize X amount of time has passed. So.
You haven't done what you love doing.
Yeah. Definitely.
Oh, me?
Good for you.
Spirituality and religion. Well, I'm not really a religious person.
Yeah, I probably should have added that too.
I don't really consider myself to be religious. So as far as spirituality, I think I've been trying to get more into it and figuring out what that means for me, as opposed to everything out there in the realm of spirituality, because I feel like there's so much.
Yeah.
So just kind of finding like what speaks to me. I do like charge my stones when there's a full moon and a new moon. Just trying to pay more attention to my needs and myself, and like my thought process and everything like that. I think I've realized that a self-care, or a form of self-care that is like really big for me right now, is just silence.
Oh, yes.
And just hearing my thoughts. Like, because I feel like so many people say like, oh, my self-care is getting my nails done, or which
I do like that.
it can be self-care, but I feel like for me, when I think of self-care, I need to be able to hear myself think. And I feel like if you go to a nail salon, usually it's going to be crowded. Usually going to be talking to somebody for 2 hours or more. You know what I mean? And I feel like for me, I'm craving that solitude and having space right now.
Yeah.
So I really enjoy just sitting by the pool when I get a chance, when there's no kids around.
Yeah.
And you can hear the sound of like the jacuzzi water like trickling into the pool.
Yeah. Oh,
And you gotta catch it either like sunset or sunrise is really nice.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah.
And no kids, because then you gotta like try to avoid the mosquitoes too. So I can't stay out for like longer than 20 minutes maybe.
Yeah.
But it's just like so peaceful and relaxing.
Yeah.
So
that just reminded me, because I used to sit out by the pool after we would work out when we come from the gym when I was living here, and that I literally was like, it was so serene just sitting out there by the pool.
Super peaceful.
So yeah, I miss that.
Yeah, so that's nice. And then I don't know if this is spirituality. I think it's just the path that I'm on right now.
Okay, girl, tell me.
I don't know. I decided to give up drinking, as you guys know.
Yeah, we have no wine here. Well, I can't drink wine anyway. So.
For a month, I've just decided to get rid of drinking, just as a way to, again, hear myself, hear my thoughts, and not necessarily numb myself, because I was never like a hardcore drinker, like drinking all day. You know what I mean? I'm not an alcoholic. But definitely after a long day, I want a glass of wine, or I'm like getting off work. I'm like, oh, Publix is right there. I can grab a bottle. You know, and I think it's so easy when it is in your reach.
Yeah.
It's like, why not? Like, let me just have a glass. But just trying to hear myself think more. And I think by not drinking, not really smoking as much, it takes me like days to finish a joint. So I don't know. I think I'm just like tuning more into myself.
That's good.
This is like path to sobriety with me. I can't do any of this. So I was like, yeah, you know, what's that like? Not drinking, not smoking? Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
It's nice.
Good. Good to hear that. For me, spirituality, well, like you said, last year, I feel like I was practicing it more. I was actually reading a book about the chakras and then tuning the chakras and, you know, trying to align myself with the universe. This year I've only been reading textbooks. I feel like I cannot silence my mind. There's so many thoughts all the time. Like I wake up thinking about medications. I was gonna say drugs, but medications. Go to bed thinking about the side effects. Go to bed thinking about what I have to do the next day or what test I have. It's too loud. Like you said, you need silence. I feel like I don't get enough silence. So even like on the nights when I go to school and then go to work and I come home and there's no kids, then I'm just going to bed with all this on my mind. Like, this past year has been just keep chugging. That's been my whole thing. Like, just keep chugging because I'm almost there.
Right. And we're already in June. We're almost there.
Yes.
Yeah.
July 1st.
Woo!
July 1st I'll be able to call myself a nurse.
Yes.
Long road, man.
Yeah.
So just trying to work and then parent and discipline, you know.
Oh gosh, yes.
It becomes a lot that I get very irritable and annoyed quickly, which I noticed about myself. I've been on that about myself, but now I'm trying to like, okay, why? Talking to myself like, why are you feeling this way?
Getting to the root of it,
So last week we were at the beach and I was just like, I'm over it. I'm done. And then they went into the water and I was sitting off and I'm watching them and then I'm just like watching them smile and play and then I'm just like like I was happy again. Then I started I just closed my eyes and I meditated on the beach while they were out there playing. Bria was watching them. And I just closed my eyes. I was meditating. I was listening to the ocean. And then I opened up my phone and I just started journaling. And I'm like, instead of waiting until, because I used to journal at night going to bed. I feel like now it's just like, whenever I have a piece of paper I can pull out my phone, I'm going to just try to journal. And I journaled and I felt good after that. And I opened my eyes and now I was looking at me smiling. And I have this thing now. I don't even know how it started, but Nani was in the car with me. And I'm like, oh, because drivers are just stupid. And I'm just like... And I'm like, she's like, what are you doing? And I'm like, I'm just blowing it off. I don't care. I'm just blowing it off. So at the beach, and she knows
your
when when I start to get to that point and to like back off, whatever. And like I said, it was in the water. They were smiling and playing, and she like looked at me, and I started blowing, and so she blew back at me. And I was like.
And it's that moment.
Right.
Yeah. And I'm just like, this moment close.
Gosh.
And I'm just like, I want to be a better, like,
relax.
Breathe it out. Like, mother and less stressed and, like, feeling like I'm in it alone and, like, So, anyway, that brought me back. And that also happened at the Reiki. And I think since Reiki happened, I'm really glad I chose to do that because I've been more mindful about how I'm feeling, about the thoughts that I'm putting in my head, and just blow it off. And I'd be like, nope, you don't take that out your head. Like, you're not thinking like that. Right. Whenever it comes to, like, anything that's just, like...
negative. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think that's one of the hard things to remember sometimes is that shift in perspective can do so much.
Yes.
Because I think when you're feeling that way, I know I get that way.
Yeah.
Everybody gets that way.
We all get that way.
When you're feeling that way, but then when you do have that moment of like a shift in perspective, and sometimes you need to be reminded to like shift your perspective. And I was reminded today and literally cried this morning, which was like not having a good morning until I had that conversation and had that shift in my perspective.
Yeah.
And so I feel like sometimes it's just that you need that kind of like shift.
Yeah. And I think also remembering that it's literally you making that conscious effort to, I'm not thinking that way.
Yeah.
Every time that comes up, and I've posted that on Instagram quite a few times, and I've had some responses of like, it's literally just, I am not thinking like that. I'm not, like, I don't give it any energy, any time. It pops up because we're all human. Like, it's gonna pop up. And making that thought of no.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. I want to share like this dream that I told y'all about, but I'll share with y'all like
The scary
so,
That's scary.
I had a dream. It was actually earlier this week, and it was after having like this interaction with someone that just like changed my whole thoughts and my whole mood and energy.
To a negative?
To a negative.
Okay.
I went from good to feeling like if I could just like
person.
strangle you, I would.
Yeah.
Like I don't need anything to do with you. But anyway, so that happened, and I was home. I had a day off from school, and I literally slept the whole day.
Yeah.
Like, I was up for an hour, and then I went back to sleep until work time. And while I was sleeping, I had this dream that, and it felt so real, like, because I was in my room, I was laying in my bed, and I had this dream that it's like some force, like pulling the blanket and like trying to get my attention. And then, so I opened my eyes to what I'm thinking I'm dreaming, but I'm still sleeping.
Okay.
Yeah.
Open
So
your
in
eyes
my
and
dream,
okay.
I open my eyes and I don't
was
see
real.
anybody, but I'm also not very scared. Like, I don't do spirits and all that shit. I've been scared of ghosts since like since childhood. But anyway, so I wasn't scared in my dream, but I had this thought in my head, in my dream, if there's really someone there, then you'll pull me up. And I lifted out my arms and I started to rise up. And so it's just like, and then I woke up. And I went to work that night and I asked Jen. Jen is the lady that did the Reiki on us.
Hey, Jen.
Yes, I was like, I need your help. Like, I had this dream. I never remember dreams. I never like vividly dream from what I remember, but I happen to remember this. And so I asked her about it, and she was like, that's just your angels on the other side. They got your back. Like, you're good. Like, stop worrying, whatever it is. Like, you're good. And I'm just like, so I've taken that with me this week, and I want to take it with me that, like, I'm good.
You're supported.
Yeah.
I am. That's what she said too. Like, you're good.
Yeah.
They have your back, and like you don't have to worry so much. And she's like, that's all it is. And I'm like, okay. I feel good knowing that after all that I was just going through, like just the day before that, they're saying like, you're gonna be all right.
Yeah.
Shout out to like dream interpreters though.
Yeah.
Because I feel like that's a whole like art within itself.
But yeah, shout out to dream interpreters. If you are a dream interpreter, hit us up because I think that's awesome.
I had a whole episode.
Yeah, I would love to like what that mean. So yeah.
Okay, we're ready?
Yeah.
All right. Career. Okay. So they know.
We always know.
Right. We always know. I feel like the month of May, I just feel like May has like made me its bitch. Like, I feel like the universe has just been like fucking me up, bro. Left and right. It's just been like a tough month.
Yeah.
And I feel like even going into June, I'm still kind of feeling like the effects of it.
It's kind of like a retrograde.
Yeah.
You feel it.
It's like my own personal retrograde. I don't know what's going on.
Yeah.
But, so anyway, a lot of you know that I was working at Paints and Cocktails, which shout out to them. I enjoyed my job, you know, I mean, a place where I get to paint, like it was fun and creative, like whatever. But it wasn't, it was no longer serving me.
Yeah.
And I think I learned a lot from it, but I think it was just time for me to go. So I left them, no longer there. But I am thankful for the opportunity. I feel like it taught me a lot, and it kind of like, I would say elevated my painting skills and kind of opened my mind up to like wanting to learn more about painting and trying different types of paints because I've never used like oils or pastels, whatever. So I'm like open to trying new. But as of right now, I decided to leave there. I am working for our father.
Yes.
As his personal assistant, which anyone who knows our dad, who's had the time to sit down and have a conversation with this man, knows the way his mind works.
Mm-hmm. It's amazing.
Yeah, he's definitely like a true entrepreneur at heart. So I feel blessed to be able to work alongside him and just take in everything and just start writing down everything he says, because I feel like I'm learning so much. Stuff I would never learn about, like real estate and the laws, like everything. I'm just like, how do you know this?
He knows a little bit of everything.
Yeah.
It's insane.
Yeah. So I'm working alongside him, and then I've also, I know, right? I know. And so I've decided to finally pursue a dream of mine that I've had for years, a really long time, that I was just like really afraid to put out there. Just because I always felt like I wasn't ready or qualified enough to call myself this. But I will be launching my clothing line in 2020. So that's coming up, and thank you.
So you can call yourself what?
A designer.
Yes.
So, that's something that I'm working on, and I'm looking forward to, and I'm just excited to venture out and do something that I've been dreaming about doing, and I've just...
For, I don't even know how long.
Yeah, for a long time.
Yeah.
I got my first sewing machine when I was like 10.
Yeah. Like, this has literally been decades
15 years in the making. So, the time has come.
Yeah.
Time has come.
I'm glad you're pursuing it, because I know you were like, you went back to school to get your bachelor's, and then you're like, okay, do I go back to school again? Like, just trying to figure out where you're supposed to be in your career. And I think, come full circle, this is where you're supposed to be.
Yeah.
Like you said, you've been wanting to do this. You were meant to do this. You went to school to do this. Like, if anything, that's what you need.
I'm proud of you.
Thank you. I guess because I got turned down from both schools that I applied to get my master's. Anyway, so I guess it was also to work out. And then let me tell you how FAU sent another letter, like a month or two later, like, hey, by the way, we rejected you. And I'm like, I know. Why are you telling me again? The first one. Right. Yeah, I'm like, well, since when y'all do that at FAU?
Right.
But anyway. So yeah, that's what's going on with me.
Yeah.
Good.
Nice.
Big ups to you.
Yes.
Thank you.
For me, like I said, July 1st, I will be graduating from nursing school. I will be a nurse. Oh, Lord, it's been so long.
Yeah.
But I'm excited. I'm hoping. I'm not even hoping. This is happening. Yes. So I'm graduating July 1st. By the end of July, I will be taking my boards. I am going to pass on my first try.
Absolutely.
And come August, the new school year, I will have another job. Making 6 figures.
Yes.
And I'm just so excited. Like, I feel like this is the changing point in my kids' lives.
Yes.
Because I'll be able to do so much more than I've
been able to.
Yeah, for the past.
But first and foremost, it's going to be such a changing point in your own.
Yes.
And I think because you are a mom and you're so dedicated in the situation and things you've been through, you're so much like, you're so...
child driven.
Yes, she is. Like which is beautiful.
Right.
Because there's parents out there that's just like, what kids?
Herself. Right. Yeah. No, absolutely.
But I think part of what I'm realizing with self-care is like, you have to go first.
Yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely first.
I never put myself first, so...
And you have to, because then you can't give them your best.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, y'all know it's been a long, hard road.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I was in the RN program, failed out. And, I didn't fail out. I just had to take a step back.
Yeah, slow down a little bit.
I went to the LPN program, so that's the program I'll be graduating from in July. And I'm so thankful for it, because before I'm like, what the hell? Like, I'm supposed to be an RN. I was not supposed to be going back. And but I'm so happy at the school that I'm at. Like, we're close-knit. The group, the class size is very small. I feel like it's a family there. And I have a lot of supporters that are like, we already know you Nurse Jazz. Like, I'm already called Nurse Jazz. Like, they're like, oh, she's an RN. She already knows. So it makes me feel good, because it gave me a boost of confidence. But going back to the RN program in October. And I'll be done with that next spring. So I'll be an RN, and then yeah, just going from there.
Yeah.
In a couple of years, I'll be
Onward and
nurse
upward.
practitioner.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, bitch.
Yes.
So I'm excited for that. Thank you.
Yes. That's awesome.
What's going on
All right,
with you?
career for me. So I don't know if you guys know. I think I probably mentioned it. You guys know I've been working at a high school, at an alternative school, and so last week was the last week of school. It's summer break, so that position is pretty much done. Mm-hmm. And I think you're put into situations that you need.
To grow.
Yeah, because I've always said, like, I don't want to work with kids. I don't want to work with kids. And here I am at an alternative school. So it's not just kids. It's not just kids. Like, so, and really talking to these kids on a therapeutic level, introducing a lot of them to therapy. I really enjoy group with them. Like, you get some of them and then actually open up and share or do this or that. And it was just like, is Miss Raven coming? Miss Raven coming? And then if I am there on a Wednesday, because I did group on Wednesdays, and I'm like, oh no, I let the life coaches have today. I'm going to do some other work. And they're just like, why? Like it was like literally.
They want you.
And then I'm actually being asked for. Like the coach was like, oh, they were asking for you. So it's just like, I really appreciate the time that I had with those kids. But summer's here. That is done. So now I'm ready to transition into seeing private clients. Yes. I'm getting everything in order so that I can start seeing private clients by mid-June. I want to put up a Psychology Today therapist page so people can look me up, get all of my credentials and what they need. So refer a friend. The ethics and laws, I cannot see friends and family, but y'all can always refer, and just finding office space to work out of. And I have one secured location in Tamarack that I plan to be working out of, and then there's a potential in Pompano Beach. So multiple locations just to.
So this is like essentially the start of your own private practice.
Absolutely, this would be me building clientele. And getting my feet wet in the community because I've worked, for agencies or do therapy through the school, in my program. So this would be like me on my own contact information, my own. I know, I'm like super excited. So I'm getting everything in order. I need like liability insurance and, like all of those things. So I'm getting all of that in order. So by mid-June, I have, my first client already set. We have our day. So I'm just so excited to be at this level of my career. So yeah.
And I'm proud of you as well.
Yeah,
so happy to see you where you've gone. Because you've been wanting this for a long time. And now
back to Miss Blumenthal.
Peer counseling.
Middle school.
And I tell people that all the time. Like, I was doing counseling in middle school. And, like, I had no idea, like, I would end up here.
Yeah.
But I loved it then. Like, I took it for 2 years. It was an elective. I took it 7th grade. I'm like, can I do this again? So, so I did it again 8th grade.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
And it's crazy how all of those things, like, work out and how, like you said, full circle. Because I remember in, middle school, after the first year that you did it, and it was my turn to pick my electives, and I'm like, oh, sure, let me try.
You have to do this.
And I didn't get peer counseling. They're like, you're not a counselor. But I did get art. So,
look at that.
And that was like my favorite.
Of course. Everything. Full circle.
Yeah.
Full circle.
The universe knows what we need.
Absolutely. Right. Before we know we need it.
So.
Yes. Yeah. What's next?
Jasmine's and pull another.
Well, that's fun. Career's fun.
Yeah, right? It's nice to, like, talk it all, because I know what's going on in everybody's life, but I feel like at the same time, it's nice to hear everybody's, like, plan.
Yeah, and the trajectory, because you don't really know for sure where everybody is at in their, like, exact moment. So that was nice.
Now let's talk romance, relationships, and friendships.
Romance, relationships, and friendships. Okay. Take it, girl.
Right. Okay, romance.
What is that?
What is that? There's no romance going on over here. I get asked all the time, like from the girls at work, like, so who are you talking to? And I'm like, nobody yet. Even my manager asked me, like, Jasmine, are you dating anybody? I'm like, no. No, just plain no. But I'm so ready to put myself out there. I just don't know how. I'm like this giddy little girl, like, what do I do? Like, I don't know.
Can I just, for her, like, help? I can't help her. I've been out of the dating game for so long. I couldn't even give you, like, the first step to it. So, like, What are you guys doing nowadays? Like,
What
how
are
do
the
you
kids
date?
doing?
Yeah,
I'm
how
like,
do you
is dating
date?
like I have to go out by myself? Because I don't. Like, I go out with y'all. Like,
right. You get to go by yourself.
Let me be your wing woman.
I know. We could
okay.
so be
Because I'm
wing
just like, I
team.
don't
Wing
know what to do. Just stupid. But as far as like relationships, there's been this self-love relationship going on.
Yes.
Which I think is more important because as much as I do want a companion and a companion sounds like a dog.
Get a dog.
I want somebody that I can like hug and love up on, and then like when I need my space, they're okay with going. I don't know if I want to call anybody my boyfriend or my man or anything yet. I'm not quite there yet. Yeah, like I don't really gotta be so serious.
Necessarily in a relationship. You can
Yeah.
still have, like you said, companionship.
Yeah.
Have your homies.
Yeah. But before that, I keep going back to this thought like, okay, you gotta do you first though.
Yeah.
So I think that's what's been going on. Like I said, all these thoughts going on in my head, but trying to come back to the root of why I am the way I am, why I feel a certain way at a certain time, and getting past relationships, because that's still another thing going on.
Yeah.
Past relationships and past traumas, because I think those are two separate things. They can be separated, and you have to work through both.
Definitely.
I agree.
That's all.
Thank you, therapist.
That's all.
So that's what I'm going through right now. Self-love.
The best love.
Yes.
Okay. Oh,
I don't know who's taking it. Okay, I'll take it. Romancing is good. I'm pregnant, so romancing is good. I'm in a great place, I think, with relationships and friendships. I think this year has shifted a lot of relationships and friendships, and I'm at a great place. I feel good about where I'm at. I think the relationships and the friendships that are around they feed me. And I feel like I've got a lot of other relationships forming outside of this relationship here, because we're like married. But like even with colleagues and friends and going out and planning things.
I agree, yes.
Like I'm networking, I'm joining organizations with fellow therapists, and we're going out. I was offered to go to DC and speak at a conference. That didn't work out with, popping up pregnant and stuff. It was just like, it wasn't the right time for me to go. But just these opportunities are falling in my lap, and it's literally just from networking and building relationships and friendships with other people. So shout out to How We See It, my organization. Shout out to y'all. But I'm really just enjoying this place where I'm at with relationships and friendships, because I feel like they're feeding me in the ways that I need, and I didn't know that I needed. So these first 6 months of this year has been awesome, because I joined the organization this year. So, it's like, January of this year.
Wow.
Yeah, so within the first 6 months. And that's actually where I got my client referral from. Literally it's just rubbing elbows, different opportunities that we're going to have, and events where, like, we need this, or we need a female therapist, especially for this. And it's just like, I'm your girl. I'm there. I got you. So it's awesome. So I'm really happy with relationships, friendships.
Where you at right now?
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah.
right.
Yes, at least me. Like this.
You just have to wait for the teacher to like call on you. Okay.
Rhea?
Right.
So this year has been eventful, I would say. They know.
Y'all know everything.
I feel like I'm more of a personal person.
Yeah.
So I tend to keep things to myself until I'm ready to speak about it or share with people.
Blow it off.
So, jeez. I didn't think I would cry. Okay. Wow.
Phone a friend. It's cool.
Right. So anyway, I just got out of a relationship that would have been 3 years next week. So I think in the midst of just trying to take care of myself and having, like I said, the month of May has been really socking it to me. Jeez. We're back.
Tell your story.
So, like I was saying, I got out of a relationship, moved back home, left my job, been dealing with just pain, emotional pain, physical pain with the ulcer and the cramps. So May has been fucking intense for me.
Yeah.
But as far as relationships and, you know, whatever, the breakup was mutual. Like, I still to this day would do anything for him. It's not like, fuck that nigga, you know what I mean?
Like
No,
other
like-
relationships? Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
No. I think he's just like a beautiful person. So there's no like, you know, whatever. And I think in the midst of all of this, I've been reevaluating relationships, and just thinking about the ones that are important and the ones that are actually worth the time and, you know, the time that it takes to maintain a relationship. Because I feel like at this point, if it's just causing me a headache, like, I don't need you in my life.
Yeah.
So I think I'm just beyond that. And then I've met some great people too. Like I was saying with working at Paints and Cocktails, like I feel like I met people that I want to have in my life and have like a friendship with. So I think I'm good. It's just been like I've been going through a serious transitional phase right now.
Yeah, one thing after another.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I was just with you talking, I feel like transitions is the perfect word for it, because
We all transitioning right now.
yeah, because I feel like if you say like an ending, it sounds so finite. Is that a word? Finite? Mm-hmm. Yeah, we gonna make it.
said yeah.
She said yeah. She's an English major. But I feel like end, it just sounds so like
Yeah.
But like transition, it doesn't mean that transitioning means that these people won't come along in the future. It's just at this moment we're transitioning to two different places right now, and that's okay. I think that's what a lot of people have to understand. And I think especially with a mutual breakup, like, it's okay. We're at two different places, and if we meet back up, awesome. If not, thank you for that experience. 3 years is like a solid
Chunk of time.
yeah, and so really get to know yourself and another person and what works for you, what doesn't, and to just help anybody, you know?
Yeah.
So,
I feel like it was definitely, definitely worth it.
yeah.
I mean, I wouldn't put in so much time if it wasn't.
Yeah.
But it was a good learning experience too. I think I'm still learning what it is I want, and I think that situation taught me more of what I need and want going forward. So
Yeah. And you know what? I look at you and I learn from you, because it's like, Bria's so mindful, and I want to be that person.
Yeah.
So you take your relationship, and though it ended, and y'all are on good terms, like you can speak to him, and there's no
Hang out.
no bad feelings. You're mindful about what you want and how like somebody makes you feel, and where you are at a certain point in your life. So I'm like, I take that. I see it and I take it. I'm like, ooh, I just heard like, mommy. What?
you're self-conscious of like calling you. That's weird.
Yeah, but I take that and I admire that about you.
Thank you.
That like you can go into your space, and you know when you need. Everybody know when you need your quiet time, and you come back and you're just more positive. You have a good attitude. You have a good outlook on things. I feel like, and when I feel like I said, I get annoyed and irritated, and I see Bria like, whew, okay, well, let's go. Like, and still being chipper, I'm like, okay, I can't be that much of a bitch if, like,
She can do that, I can do it.
Yeah.
right, so it may hurt, and it,
Yeah.
you know, it may be hard at this time, but like Raven said, it's a transition.
I mean, I think it definitely helps having y'all to come home to.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If I was,
Oh my God, yeah.
if I was like living off somewhere all by myself, like I would be a mess. You know what I mean? But I feel like I have this
foundation.
Yeah, I just got this.
Yeah.
And that's enough.
Yeah.
I feel like we all feel that way. Like, we have each other, and it's almost enough. I mean, like you said, we want to expand, and we rub elbows and network with different people, and like our personal groups are growing. But to know
When
that
it comes down to it,
yeah.
I think everybody needs that whatever that is for
Yeah.
you. You know what I mean?
Right, because it's gonna look different for everybody.
Right.
You know? And I think we get that a lot. Like, y'all family not the typical. You know, and it's like, okay, I understand that completely, but what do you need? You know, find out, discover that. Because I need this. You know, like, if my relationship ends, I got them, oh Lord. Like, what, knowing that I have this and I can come back, you know, and that's something that's not going anywhere. So I think having that and knowing that is definitely, you know, comforting.
Yeah.
It is.
Okay. Do we have time for one more?
Maybe one more.
One
Okay.
more.
It's not even on you.
I don't know who it's on.
It's on me.
Oh, okay.
Family.
Oh, that's the perfect one.
Family. Family is amazing. It's beautiful because I'm at the point where I've been at this point, but I think even more so now with this pregnancy that, like, when I think family, I immediately go to the family I've created. And so I'm, like, super excited. Everybody was asking me, do you want a boy? Do you want a girl? And I honestly, it could go either way, and I was going to be extremely excited. So the fact that it's another girl, I'm just beyond, I don't know, I've always wanted True to have a sister. I mean, I have, like, the most amazing, best sisters ever. Like, thank you, God, for bringing us together. And I've always wanted True to have this. She has Sienna. They're like sisters. But I've always just wanted her to experience what this was like.
Yeah.
And so for it to be a girl, I'm just like, yes. So like in the like, it's a girl video, and I'm like jumping up and down with her, and I'm just like, yeah, because I knew this is what she's wanted. And she's asked for a sister for like 4 years now. So she's like, I'm so excited. But if it was a boy, I've always wanted a son. You know, I've always wanted like mama's boy. So either way, it was
gonna be good.
Yeah, it was gonna be amazing. But so my family is growing, my family is healthy. And I'm so happy to be where I'm at right now with my family, like living in our space and just having that connection. And Drew loves being with her cousins and all of this, but she'll be like, come, like, can you pick me up? And I think we really just enjoy having that space together. And so with Daddy home, it's always just a great time. So family is beautiful.
That's good. Yeah, when I think about my family, I think about my kids and myself.
Yeah.
And in the future, wanting to expand, I often think about like my husband, like what my husband's gonna look like, and
Where you at, husband?
Yeah, and I'm like, I need to put on paper.
Ooh, what he look like?
And but in thinking about my husband, I know he's going to be a stepfather to my kids.
Yes.
And I think my daughter's already open to the fact of having a stepdad. And she's like, okay, do I call him stepdad? And it's like, you call him that, or you call him Mr. Blank, or whatever you feel comfortable calling him.
Yeah.
But to know that she's like okay with it, and she's like, all right, I'll be okay when the time happens.
Yeah.
But right now, with it being the three of us, I'm ready for us to like move on and have our own space with our own like house and our yard and our own time, our own routine and schedule, and our own dog, because I have to get a dog this year.
You have 2 years.
No, I have next year to get a dog.
Yeah, she promised by 10, her daughter turned 10,
that she could get a dog, and she's reminded me of that since she was like 4 as well. So
she'll be 9 this year. So next year you're getting a dog. For
so
Christmas.
my mind is on like family. I gotta be able to make the money so I can have this for my family.
Yeah.
And a dog has to be there. So
Oh,
I can't wait.
I don't even know what kind of dog I'm gonna get, but I don't know.
Something that can be trained easily.
Yeah, easily trained.
But can get bigger. I don't want a shedding dog. It's just like I'm not even a dog person that much, but I have to.
No, but definitely look at the breeds that are like good with kids and stuff. Yeah, that's important.
Yeah, I'm excited.
Yeah.
Nice. So I feel like I often think about, and it's crazy because I just journaled this like a couple days ago. I was writing down some manifestations that I wanted, and one of it was like, I want a family of my own. Like, I want a family. I mean, I got a family. Yeah. But I'm not an orphan or anything. But I just want to have a family of my own, and to create that with someone who wants the same things and who I'm so in love with and they're so in love with me and we just want to create this family together and just have a little family. But in the meantime, I feel like I said, I moved back home, so I'm living with my parents, and with that comes a lot of change to go from living with one other person to this household.
Yes.
Y'all know how this household
This
is.
house is a little chaotic.
Yes.
I mean, because the kids are always here with everybody's schedules. The kids are here a lot. And then our grandma comes here like every couple weeks, every other week or so. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So,
and she is suffering from dementia.
So it's like another kid.
Yeah, that's an
essentially.
added.
Yeah, so it's just, again, another huge transition. But I feel like I try to be mindful of like the beauty in it. And so as much as I'm like frustrated and just like I was just telling them today, like I want moments where I don't have to be responsible for anybody but myself.
Yeah.
And being back home is hard to find that.
Yeah.
But then there's those moments where it's 3:00 in the morning and you hear like these little footsteps like
he's coming.
Right. And he's like, Auntie Baby, and I'm like, yeah. And he's just like, can I sleep with you? And I'm like, what am I gonna say? Like, no. Like, I could never be that person. It's terrible. So I'm like, of course. And so he like comes in and I just wake up to that face and he's just so sweet. And I'm just
he's
like,
the sweetest boy.
Yeah, he is. But it's just like those moments, little moments like that where I'm just like, I'm so appreciative of my family and I feel like it's just preparing me for when the time comes because I feel like I'm destined to be a mother. Yeah. And a wife. Like, I feel like I'm put on here to like give life.
Yeah, and that's how
a great mother.
You're gonna be a fucking bomb ass mom because it was so funny. I was texting mommy the other day and I don't know what you did, but you did something as far as whether it was a routine and then she came and moved back in and created a chore list and the allowance and it was just like yes, like these kids need structure.
Why have we not been doing this before?
And, right, but I just feel like the type of person that Bria is, she naturally is like, you know, this and that and it's kid friendly, color coordinated. I'm just like, oh my gosh, easy to read for the 4-year-old, you know, like it's just like he knows that's his color and whatever. And you were doing something, I'm texting mommy and she was like, yeah, she's gonna be such a great mom. And like it was like we had a whole text conversation about when Bria's a mom and I'm just like it's gonna be amazing because I think you, out of all of us, you've gotten the most experience with other people's kids, where it's like, you know, you depict what you will take and what you won't, you know, like, okay, I like how you do that, I'm gonna probably do that, and, you know, whatever, so, yeah, I think you'll be a great mom.
And I feel like I'm I was gonna say I feel like I'm at a place of wanting, whereas with, I know at least the first pregnancies with y'all wasn't necessarily like, I want a baby, it's kind of like life is happening and this is, you know, the bundle of joy that I was delivered type of thing. Right. But I feel like and I guess it's because I'm older now, like I feel like I'm craving like babies and motherhood, but this IUD is in there. I don't know.
And I know exactly what that feels like because I think that's where I was last year. Yeah, last year I had like an emotional meltdown where I was like, I know that I'm ready to have another child. Like I had a pregnancy scare. No, it wasn't even a scare because it was a pleasant pregnancy surprise where my period was only a few days late and I was just like, you know, like, here we go. And then it started and I literally bawled my eyes out and I texted them this long paragraph of like, and I knew they were like doing their thing, school and work or whatever, so I was just like, you know, I won't get a response right away, and they're both like,
girl went to the bathroom, like, I don't like this job anyway.
And I was just like, I know it's time. I know it's time, and so we planned this pregnancy. It was like, that was like September of last year, and then we was like, okay, we'll talk about it during holiday time, and then like Thanksgiving came around, and I'm like, all right, you know, we said the holidays, and I wait past, you know, Halloween and all that, you know, real holiday time. And we're like, okay, so we'll start by the new year. And because I had said to him, I was like, I don't want to get pregnant in 2018. Like, we'll do it. Yeah, we'll get out of this year and we'll do that. And we're like, okay, January came. And I was like, so it's the new year. And it's like, what are we waiting for? Let's try. And
don't tell me anything else.
Okay. And so we started actively trying in January and I was pregnant by February.
Nice.
And here we are. So I'm so excited. I know what you're feeling because I felt it like firsthand. And it's not ironic. I think it's natural, but I've had so many conversations with women who said that, like that mothering and like, I can't wait. Like, and a lot of people who don't have children, you know, I've had this conversation. It's like, you know, when that time comes, I'm not rushing anything, but I am excited and I'm ready.
Yeah.
So.
That's good. And as far as the family in general, I think we've been good. We've always been an open family.
Yeah.
We bring our problems to our parents and
Bring
ask
our problems to our
for
parents.
for real, literally.
Like literally.
Ask for advice because who else would we go to?
Yeah.
I can get advice from y'all, but I need somebody wiser.
Yeah.
And usually, you know, that's daddy. So
Yeah, because the day of my breakup, I came home, and Jasmine already knew, but I walked in, and as soon as I see my parents, I'm just like,
I know, she started crying. I was just like, let me just keep cooking dinner.
But they're there.
Yeah.
Daddy's like, who hit my baby? He's like,
Right,
nobody
hit me.
No violence.
Right. He's like, okay.
Right.
But
Yeah.
But I think, that's what family's for.
mm-hmm.
And I think that's what our family has taught us.
Yeah, they built a great foundation.
Stop,
I think.
God. I'm over here trying to hold it back, and Jeff is like, but yeah.
All right. Y'all got some tears out of us.
Right, here we go, right.
All right.
Episode 3. Catch up.
All right, guys. So please be sure to catch this episode Wednesday at midnight. You can also catch the audio version on Radio Public,
SoundCloud.
yes.
Yeah. All of that good stuff.
And the rest of the season, we're just going to be tackling self-care.
Absolutely.
And if you want to have your business or brand promoted on a future episode of Candid Convos, let us know. We are still taking applications for people who want to run an ad on an episode.
Absolutely.
We love you guys. Thank you so much.
We love you.
Love and light to you all.